People always ask, how does your portfolio program work? What's the benefit? For me, it's pretty routine because we do it every day. I've been reviewing portfolios for over 30 years, from major studios to schools. I used to hire, it's so fun when I'm preparing a portfolio for the major schools, the art centers, the Cal Arts, the Ringlings, because I used to hire their students. So it's kind of fun, to now be on the other side trying to think through it. We have been preparing students for a really long time. The way we do it is our fundamentals are always the same. Solid fundamentals. Sometimes even if they don't ask for it, sometimes the parents are getting all upset. It's not asked for. No, we're going to give them that still life. But they don't want still lifes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They just may not know. Well, why drapery? Nowhere in there does it say drapery. Drapery. We're going to put that in the portfolio. Then we take a look at what they're asking for on the website, and then we do that. Like one of the schools wants a bicycle, and it has to be drawn and folded a certain way. We do that to the letter. We put that on top of the fundamentals. The success has been exciting. It's been really fun. And it's exhausting. Guys, relax. The amount of stress that's unneeded it's almost comical. To only have the people come back later on and go, wow, thank you. We had a phone call yesterday. These people were probably some of the most stressful in our tenure. And the mom called and said, my daughter sailed through her first semester. And we hear this a lot, that my kid, or we hear from the kid, I was the top in my class. Nobody drew like me. I had a student who, at a university that I work at, who just continued to fight the fundamentals. Still doesn't know them. I wish her the best. And she turned to a freshman and she said, you draw so well. Where did you learn? And she said, I learned from Sheldon in the portfolio program. And the kid got disgusted and walked away from her, because she wanted to hear that she learned it someplace else. There's not a lot of places that are doing this. A lot of what we're seeing is going right to the finish, to the smoke and mirrors, to the bells and whistles, all these cliches. Any good review person is going to see right through that. So we want to make sure that we're clear that we have the fundamental part down. So I think the first thing I want to talk about with our fundamentals, with our portfolio program is relax. Just relax. A lot of people have done this before you. Let's get the fundamentals down. Then let's go ahead and get what they're looking for. Moms and dads, don't worry. If your kid is turning in, 5 portfolios, 5 different schools, they will be 5 different portfolios. The fundamental part will be the same for every one of the schools, but then we will make sure that each school gets the criterion they're looking for. Success has been fantastic. The only kids who aren't getting into the schools they want are for some outside reasons, maybe GPA, SATs, financial reasons. Those all come into play. A lot of our kids are getting incredible financial support. Just fantastic. Their schools are throwing money. We had a kid who didn't have the GPA that the school was looking for, but they were immediately starting to make concessions. And we've had some of the kids were the first actual recruited schools, because usually state schools don't recruit. And this student, they were actually trying to recruit him, and he ended up going to a different school. So sometimes we have kids that get into all the schools, and then we have to sit down and really think about it. And that's where we're going to sit down and get to know, what are you really looking for? You want to be in fashion, but you really like the school in Kansas, but you got into a really great school in New York. We're going to New York, okay? Not that Kansas doesn't have fashion, but you got LA and New York, and everything in the middle is Kansas. You really want to be in the film industry, but you really like that school in Kansas because they've got really great food in the cafeteria, you're going to LA. We'll find you the food. Okay. We really want to look at who you are. Does it really work for you to be that far away from home? Sometimes the parents will say, oh, I want my child to go far away. No, no, no. The child needs to be closer. And we'll sit down and talk about that. Because I really get to know the kids in our program. If you're a kid in our program and you're in London, we'll get to know you. If you're a kid in our program and you're in the United States and you're in Kansas, we'll get to know you. And we'll find the right fit for you. If it means a phone call, we'll make a phone call. And call the school. Hey, what do you guys have in this area? Does it fit my kid? These are my kids. Not a problem. They know who we are. And they've been very happy. And we're very happy. We respect them. They're the boss. Even though I used to hire out of their schools, and I was the boss, now they're the boss, and we respect them. And we'll make sure that we give them what they need. We'll make sure we give you what you need. Let's start with the fundamentals, though. You'll find the rest of it's very simple. Okay. Real quick thing. You're looking at about 80% of what you need are in the fundamentals. The other 20% is going to be what's on top. So about 80% of our time will be on those fundamentals. You'll be shocked how fast the other work gets put on top of it. And sometimes it's already there. We really don't have to do much. Okay? All right. See you in a few.